welcome back to today's video. Today I'm going to do a page, the very first page in my 50th birthday album. You might have seen a little bit earlier how we made this pocket, sequin pocket. Turned out fabulous. Super excited about that one. So there's my photo I'm going to be using today. So this is my husband and I. I had a 50th birthday party at the end of last year. So yeah, this album is all about that. So I'm going to be scrapping photos from the party and lots of bits and bobs. So I've kept all my cards, all my packaging, all that sort of stuff. So if we need filler pages, I can put those sorts of things in this album to keep all memories all together in one place. So I'm going to start with the very first page, which is something I do not do very often, but hey, let's go with it. So this is my thinking. I am going to use this pretty heart paper and we're going to go from there. So my dress was a navy. It's sort of come up a bit shimmery in this photo, but I found this really cool paper. That's out of a Paige Evans. I'm mainly using Paige Evans in this album. So the whole thing is Paige Evans Blooming Wild collection is what I've used in most of it. Blooming Wild. So I've got a big 48-page paper pad that I've used and used most of the photos and stuff with. So I've got this one, and I've also got another Paige Evans. I've got a couple of Paige Evans collections, but I really like this one as well. And I only bought the smaller one. I so wish I had bought the giant, the really big one, like this one. And I've just got the smaller 6x8 inch with it's got foils and it's got navies. It's got a lot of the colours that I really like and that will go with these photos. So I'm sort of going to use a bit of both. The good part about it is they sort of work together. So that's what I'm running with. And this page was actually in this this tiny little paper pad. So I also used a bit of this paper on my background here. It went really well, and I sort of wanted a little bit of colour, but not anything too crazy to make my background on my cover. So that's what I went with there. So what I'm going to start with, I'm thinking I'm going to back my photo slightly. So it's got a bit of shimmer on the first page. It goes with my dress, all that sort of stuff. So that's what I'm going to do on this page. It's going to be relatively simple, nothing too fancy, and just with a slight border. I don't need a massive border on this one. So I just want to sort of add a little bit of highlight to the back of my photo is what I'm going with. So I'm just going to mark with a pencil roughly where I want the border to sit. And I've got my Stampin' Up cutter. I'm going to cut this to size. Oops, sorry, slightly out of shot there. Where did I put the mark there? Mark there, there, and there. Beautiful. How cool is this paper though? So cool. I love it. It's got a bit of glitter, a bit of foily sort of a feel about it. So it's a shame to cover most of it up with the photo. But anyway, it is what it is. So I'm going to pop that on there. So let's stick that down to begin with. Stick it all down. Let's do the ends first. Everywhere. All right. Notice I'm not using my craft knife at the moment. I've actually grown some fingernails. My friend Manda would be very proud of me. Okay. I am going to stick that on there. I'll move it up. That's pretty good. So I thought this would be my opening page. And I want to have a little bit of border around so you can still see a little bit of the love hearts, which goes with this. So then I dug out a few little embellishments and things that I like the look of. I thought I could add a little bit of blue in the background. And I'm also thinking, I don't want to cover up the entire background on this, but I thought maybe that could be a nice little feature on this particular one. Yeah, that's quite cute. I'm going to put my title here on this side, I think. And I was thinking of doing a little, I feel like it needs to be on the top, but what do you think? Yeah, that's not bad, unless I stick it under there. I was thinking, that feels really thick. I don't know if I've got two there. No, I don't. There you go. Oh, doilies always feel really, really thin, but these ones don't for some reason, so. Okay, so I'm going to put that on that side. I'm thinking that cute little pot there, and a little bit of journaling there about the party and stuff. I quite like that. I think that's coming up okay to fill a page. My thought for this is not go too crazy as well, just to fill the pages with lots of pretty things and tell a story along the way. I think that's the best way to go in something like this. Otherwise you can spend a lot of time on it. Not that I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. It's a special memory that I want to remember. I don't think I've had an actual birthday party. You know, I've gone out for dinner with friends and family and things like that for my birthday, but I haven't had an actual party, gosh, since I think my 21st. Yeah, and I'm turning 50. So that was a little while ago. So, yes, it's always nice to celebrate birthdays, especially big milestone birthdays. I didn't for my 30th or my 40th. It was more lots of gatherings with, you know, different groups of people for your birthday. But yeah, I wanted this one to be special. I don't know, there's something about a half a century you've been on the planet for. It's a little bit special. So, okay, I've just stuck a little bit of glue stick on there, and I'm going to pop that there somewhere. I don't like that. It's got a little bit of a dodgy bit on that piece. Maybe I'll turn it around. That's better. That way that piece, that funny little pointy piece, will be on the bottom. Yeah, there it is. That's the way to go. And I've just in the middle. I haven't done around the outside, so it's got a bit of movement and stuff. So let's pop this partially down. Remember, I've got to stick this in behind. But I want to stick this as well, so it sort of sits off the edge. I could put it there. Yeah, actually I quite like that. Let's do that. Stick this one on with some glue stick. So I want that to sit to the edge there. Yeah, that's good. All right, it's stuck on that end. Sticky fingers. I think I want it down a little bit so the pot's only a little bit hanging out. You get a bit of the background of the lacy doily as well. That's quite cool. All right, let's do this title. I'm thinking let the fun begin is what I'm thinking on here, because this was before the party started. We had a few family photos. The next page that I'm going to do is a few pages, a few pictures like this with my kids and my sister and things like that. just before the party started. So I thought I would put those on the next page, but I thought, oh, I'm just going to put my husband and I on this particular page. So let me see. I'm thinking I need to go backwards and work my way up. I think that will be the best way to go. So I'm going to, my thinking is to put this and put fun in these colours, and then use my little stickers. And I was going to use white, but that's not going to work. I think I'm going to have to use the navy. Put the navy on here, I think. So I might not be able to put begin on there because you're going to lose it. The begin needs to be here. Yeah. Do you think out loud when you're putting things like this together? Think it through in your head and go, is that going to work? If I put white on there, it's not going to work. So the good thing about these is one side is white on these. This is Happy Life by Thickers by American Crafts. And they're such a great size. I really like these because they fit in like these little journaling spots, things like that. They're not too big. They have a ton of letters, which is even better. And you get, two different pages full of lettering. So you can't really go wrong. Right, so I'm going to do Let the Fun Begin. In this one, I'm probably going to need to start with a B, aren't I? And work out where that's going to finish. Probably overlap slightly. Yeah. I probably don't need to, actually. Begin's really not that long, is it? B. E. Yeah, navy's the way to go, huh? Definitely. That was one thing I really loved about these letters. And this is actually the second pack of these that I've bought, because it sort of caters for everything, right? Eyes. Oh, I should have stuck that down. That's okay. That's good. Now, do I have any dots? Oh yeah, there's 1, 2. Do you think I should put Let the Fun Begin, ... I think I should. Dot. I would normally have 3, but that is all there is in the pack. Funny, for scrapbookers, nearly everything goes in 3s, right? So it's weird that they only had 2 on that page, but that's okay. Right, let's go fun. We need to do let the F U. These are really nice letters too. They're not too fat. They're quite skinny. Can you see that? They're quite skinny little letters. You know, I reckon they're like a half size of the original thicker, which is nice. Nice for a change, that's for sure. The way won't make the album too crazy either. Now we just need to do Let the T-H-E. Do I do? Yeah, I think I do Let the Fun Begin. Yeah. T-H-E. Let the fun begin. Yes, that looks good. Do I I just do yeah, I'm going to just put it directly on top, I think. That will work okay. Oh, too close. L-E-T. Let. I really like that. It looks really cool. I was a bit worried about how it would go with the pink, but that goes good. Happy with that. All right, I did dig out some washi tapes too that I thought I could use. These are just little different ones that I had in my stash. I'm just thinking maybe I put a little bit of something on the top there. I was going to pick a colour out of here. I think a light blue maybe. That could work. There's a lot of pink on this page, so that's why I'm thinking a blue. Not sure about a green. I think a blue would probably go better. And then I might, like I always do. Do you have little quirks that you do all the time as well? Oh, that didn't come up really good, did it? I always rip my washi in half. Oh, I shouldn't say always. Most of the time I do. I don't know, I just find it too fat usually. Do I go under? Maybe I need to put that under slightly. What's it ripped? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. That's looking good. So far, so good. I was going to put this little enjoy the moment down the bottom, and maybe a little heart or something down the bottom. This little thing is from a little while ago. I bought some of the new Vicky Booten range, her collaboration with 49 Market. So that particular enjoy the moment is out of this pack, which is a chipboard basics pack, which I really loved. She has some really cool stuff that she makes, Vicky Booten. I love her stuff. Yeah, so she had lots of different things. That's the out of the same range. Icon ephemera bits. And like there's 217 pieces in there. This one's got 79. Like they're mega packs. Here's another one called chipboard bits, which is similar to this one, but they have very different things in them. I really liked these. I thought they were awesome. What are these journaling spots and frames, and that has 112 journaling ephemera bits. And look at that. Oh, love it. I thought they were well worth it. What you got in the pack, that's for sure. So I'm going to use a few of those little bits and bobs throughout the whole thing as well. Like these sorts of things, you know, just little things to put in corners, stuff like that. I'm going to stick that on with some glue, because I don't think the glue stick, is going to cut it. I think it needs to be a bit tougher. So I thought I'd put that there. And then do I put just a little heart or something in there? Get that out of the way. Oh, put the lid back on this. What to do? I'm going to have a look at the little. This is the chipboard that it's part of this kit. I've got the packaging on the back. It is called foil chipboard stickers. 78 of them. So there's a fair few on this pack. The only thing is they're quite big. These ones aren't quite as big. Do I use, and the problem being, there's sort of a hologram kind of a look, and I've just put gold on it. So I'm thinking I might use, not sure if they're the right pinks. Well, they're a hot pink. That could work. Oh, and there's a bit blue. Maybe that'll work. Maybe I'll put pink and a blue. What do you think? Yeah? Yeah, I think that works quite good. So all I'm doing is picking colours out of what's already in, like these kinds of things, like the little die cuts. So the die cut's going to be my best friends here. And they're definitely going to make picking things easier, I really think. I'm pretty happy with that. What do you reckon? It's super simple, easy page. Yeah, so I think I'll just go off and do a bit of journaling on here, and then I'll come back. Yeah, I won't be long. Okay, journaling done. I've just done a few little details about where the party was held, and about a quick peek before the guests arrived. So I also added another pink heart and a couple of little dots. Oh, and that one's moving. And they're just little shimmery ones. Nothing crazy. I might have to glue those actually. So yeah, there you go. There's my first page in my birthday album, which is pretty cute. Quite like how this has all come together. You don't have to do too much crazy. It didn't take long, which is good. First one done, which is nice. Happy with how all that turned out. All right. Okay, I'll be back next week with another video. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Okay, chat soon. Bye.